Alright, I'm back with another Destiny 2 video, and I've been healthy for about a week, so it's probably time for me to start getting sick again. I can already feel it coming on, so I need to record until I lose my voice or my throat gets too sore or something, as is the cycle these days with my fun 8-month-old and his never-ending sicknesses. But this week with season launch, I don't know how much information is going to be in this TWAB. Usually the ones at the beginning of the season are not super informative. I thought there was going to be stuff about the Dawning in here, but maybe not. I know there's a little bit about tomorrow's dungeon, but obviously we are just, I don't know, 20-something hours away from it launching at the time I'm recording this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it this weekend. I'm going to try and carve out a little time. My in-laws are coming into town, and we'll see if maybe they can babysit, or maybe I will be entertaining and unable to do it, but I will be doing it sometime soon. I will probably at the very least be watching streams of people doing it right at reset, which I will probably not be doing. All right, this week at Bungie we have some save the dates, game to give updates, and oh yeah, a new dungeon tomorrow. Happy TWAB Stay Guardians. This week we have quite a bit to get into, but first of all, happy season of the Seraph launch week. Okay, no more yelling. On deck, I promise my last pirate theme pun. For this week's TWAB, we've got a little bit of a TLDR from last season, some save the dates for this season, and some oh by the way is just to toss in for good measure. We also have a few rad announcements, and honestly, I'll stop rambling now. Here we go. Here's the trailer. This is a list of all of the stuff that changed this season. I was talking earlier on Twitter about how I've been using some of the buffed exotics that I was not really paying much attention to in this list, and they're actually really good. Coldheart, Forerunner, Merciless, and Grand Overture all felt really, really, really strong to me, which is interesting. All this other stuff we've gone over already, and we have some dates. So I think this is the key part here. The Dawning starts December 13th, so literally the Dawning is a week after season launch, which is not usually the case, I don't think. I don't remember when. No, it wasn't like this last year because we were in the middle of a 6-month Season of the Lost season, and this was like 30th anniversary time. So it was not right after season launch then. Last TWAB is next week for the holiday. Iron Banner is January 3rd, and there's no trials this weekend, and that will start December 16th. Game to give. This is donation incentives. The Sparrow that has hearts attached to it. The people were showing me this, and they're like, it's Siva. I'm like, those are hearts. Those are definitely hearts. Exclusive lifetime fundraising awards as part of the something is missing there. There's also like a shader if you raise $10,000 for charity, which is super motivating, and I'm not being sarcastic because I really want a shader, but probably do not have time to organize $10,000 in fundraising, nor have $10,000 immediately to give to earn a shader. All right, 110 featured streamers. There's a stream schedule. Their goal is 2.5 million. This is an emblem you can get for it. That is very on brand. There you go. Bungie store things. It's a cool logo. I don't know. I have enough Bungie shirts. Okay, the dungeon is coming tomorrow. Dungeon Spire of the Watcher at reset. If you haven't completed the free introductory mission of the Witch Queen, you'll need to do that first. Of the Witch Queen? Okay. Okay. So if they're not going to put this in here, they have a little dungeon thing they just posted. So it's this. The Time Moon on Mars has revealed a secret Seraph facility, and they literally just show this. So this is not what I was expecting. So the dungeon is on Mars. We know that Mars is coming back in the form of one of the heists is set in the old Warmind areas on Mars. So like the top part of the old Mars map, essentially. I don't think it's coming back as a patrol space, but like it will exist because it has been pulled out of the vortex darkness thing it was in, and now we have access to it again. We've had access to it since the Witch Queen, but now we're actually like doing stuff there other than crafting weapons. This is interesting because so the subject of Time Wound on Mars has revealed a facility. that implies to me that this could be something in the past, because the time moons on Mars are windows to a time when Mars was still like thriving, sort of, and like the hub of all the research and stuff before everything went to hell. The fact that this is a secret Seraph facility implies to me that maybe we are finally going to Charlemagne's vault. This is something from like way back in Destiny history. Charlemagne was like this legendary. It was a war mind on Mars, and like I forget exactly how this worked, but like once upon a time, I think Charlemagne and Rasputin were supposed to be like equals, and then Bungie rewrote how the war minds worked, and then they kind of reclassified Charlemagne as a submind. If that's true, if this is Charlemagne, this would fit into the narrative of this season, which is going to collect all the different submind pieces. Even though this dungeon is sold separately from the season, as with Duality, it seems like it will heavily tie into this season. I mean, obviously, this is a Seraph facility. This is Season of the Seraph, so they are tied together. I don't know. We'll go through the TWAB still, but I didn't know it was on Mars. That was one thing I didn't know. We know it's Vex. An in-game notification said it was going to be a Vex dungeon. We know it's Tex Mechanica Cowboy armor, which looks awesome. I won't show it here because it's supposed to be a secret still. Also, there are Tex Mechanica weapons, which you may have gathered from the artifact mod that increases the new Tex Mechanica origin trait. So it's a bunch of cowboy stuff inside a Warmind facility where they haven't really tied the armor theme to the dungeons lately. They did the Hake armor last time for Duality, which has nothing to do with that. And Tex Mechanica. I guess this is like the desert, so that's sort of cowboyish. This time the weapons also, outside of the dungeon exotic, are not directly tied to the theme either. They are tied to the cowboy theme, whereas Duality's weapons were tied to Duality because they were like nightmare version of Callus weapons. Anyway, okay, so there's going to be a Lightfall trailer tonight at the Game Awards. We will have to see how different that is from the Lightfall trailer we've already seen. Hopefully there will be some new information we can glean from that. I will be watching the Game Awards. I am hit or miss on how I feel about the Game Awards these days, but there's too many news items to not watch it. It is essentially both the Oscars and E3 combined now, because E3 sort of no longer exists. So it's kind of a key event to watch and cover. I will be tweeting about it, and we can talk about Lightfall then. This is the Ubisoft's collaboration, which looks cool. We've already seen this. And what are they doing? They're doing an art contest? Okay, we'll just see what this is. Art crossovers equals endless shenanigans. Now, artists, we hope you didn't think we were going to ask you to jump off anything. Oh, there's a head into the world and climb the tallest peak and leap. Record it and post using the hashtag leap into the light, and we'll pick a few winners for moment of the week. I'm sure people will make some interesting versions of that. I'm curious. Okay, so the artists aren't going to jump off everything. We do have a wild request. We think you're going to want to hear this. What if you do your Guardian with the world that Ivor lives in, or possibly bring Ivor to the tower, the Helm, Devrim's tower, and the EDZ? The possibilities are endless, but who are we to put a limit on something? Prove us wrong and see how many art of the week choices we can put into one TWAB. Ivor, I'm sure you mean Cassandra, the better assassin. So if anyone wants to do Cassandra crossover art, that would be sick. Cassandra is the best. Okay. Destiny player support. Stadia is going offline. They've made matchmaking changes for Crucible. They fixed the Rose hand cannon issue where that was not dropping. That is now dropping from placement matches. You can get it on all 3 characters. So that is something that starts now. No, you do not farm that. You just literally get it from doing placement matches now, and then I think by playing some amount of comp matches in a given week going forward. Next week they are launching the 6301 patch, which includes some of the stuff that did not make it into this patch, like the Gyrfalcon change, which will give volatile rounds upon exiting invisibility instead of the damage boosts. And I forget the other ones that are happening with that, but that is the one that stood out to me the most because I tried to do a volatile rounds build when the season started and remembered that it was not live yet. So these is the known issues. They're in a nice numbered list. All right, let's see what the ones I actually have here. Free players may be blocked from the Season of Plunder introductory mission, Salvage, and Salvation while Season of Seraph is active. They must first complete the Season of Seraph mission, Hierarchy, and Europa before they can access Salvage and Salvation in the Helm. The Project Sundown quest step may not be able to be picked up if the player's bounty inventory is full. They would need to make room. Some Seraph armor may display the message, unlock this item in collections to purchase while viewing the seasonal vendor screen. If a player sees this message, they may still need to earn the armor elsewhere before purchasing additional armor from the vendor. Interesting. Okay. Rasputin's name sometimes doesn't appear when speaking. Is he spoken at all? I feel like it's Clovis. I feel like I haven't heard Rasputin speak. Sometimes 2 waypoints appear when Ghost is hacking the lobby door near Mars Heist Battlegrounds. Okay, well that's not live yet, so we haven't seen that. Solstice armor ornaments that were synthesized no longer appear equipable. Yeah, I remember hearing about this. People were pinging me about that. Well, players have been requesting they be given the option to synthesize both the regular Solstice armor and the glow version. We're unable to do that for this armor set. All right. We're looking into making that option available next time. Weird. Solstice. Oh, wait. Solstice? No, that's the one we already did. I'm thinking of the Dawning. Player's character who can't play Season of Seraph Hierarchy introductory mission on Europa may first need to launch into the Throne World, watch the cutscene, play through the first mission. Once this is complete, players can then play Hierarchy. Okay, so there's some sort of like quest stacking thing going on if you've been away from a while and you can't do everything at once. Players are receiving a completed seasonal challenge notification they can't claim. This should resolve in week 3 and or week 5. So we have 5 weeks to look forward to for a flashing quest completion screen. Great. I heard this is because if you complete a heist mission in under 12 minutes, you've completed a challenge from one of the future weeks, and you can't claim it yet, and that's why it's happening. But the seasonal artifacts description before acquisition still mentions playing the Season 18 introductory mission. Don't know what that means. The catalyst for the Manticore appears in the Kinetic tab of collection instead of the Energy tab. Oh my god. Artifact mods aren't appearing in regular class items, but are appearing in Artifice class items. Yes! Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Because all the good unlocks are for the class items, and me, Mr. Non-Artifice Farmer, does not have the Artifice armor to put them in. So this is what I get for not running hard mode content. Unstoppable Hand Cannon mod cycles the Unstoppable perk when aiming down sights, causing the audio to loop. Also, it's slow as shit, so please fix that aspect of it. Thank you. Players can get stuck in the lasers in the Europa Heist Battleground. I'd say the lasers keep clipping through things. That's the problem I see. Oh, they're acknowledging Wellspring is not working for 2 seasons at least now. Audio for Cold Heart has been changed. All right, I've been using Cold Heart a lot, but I didn't notice that. Rift was appearing more than intended, and that was resolved. Yeah, I read that. All right, so now we are movies of the week. A movie of the week has been disabled on YouTube. Not great. 7th column, T. Oh, that's cute. Art of the week. I saw this. This hand-drawn trustee from... I don't even know how this works. Like a 3D pen. I don't understand, but that looks cool. There we have it, the second to last TWAB of 2022. Just a reminder, next week will be our last TWAB. Obviously, we don't want to spoil anything. We know there's a lot to absorb this early in a season, so be sure to sign up on socials with any feedback or questions. Oh, Lord knows we will sound off with our feedback, as we always do. We hope the start to your holiday season has already brought you peace and lots of cookies. Oh, allegedly Bungie is sending me actual Dawning cookies that should be here tomorrow. That is what I've been told. Or some sort of Dawning package that I believe actually contains literal cookies. So maybe I'll do an unboxing for that tomorrow, if that does arrive when my shipping thing says it will. One more time, Dungeon tomorrow. There's a new dungeon. Yeah, so I will definitely be watching that, and then I will try to play when I can, even though I don't raid a ton. I did end up running I farmed duality enough to at least get all the armor sets, get all the good rolls of weapons I wanted. So I like dungeons because you can just LFG for like certain encounters, and like the mechanics are basic enough where you can just kind of run those encounters over and over again. So I will maybe do that this time as well. Also, my fun new thing I'm doing is doing Deepstone Crypt, the Sparrow segment, to get the hidden chest on that on 3 characters, just like I have my free hidden chests on Vow that I do every week to slowly get weapons without raiding, because scheduling raids these days with my constant sickness and infants is difficult. So this is my middle ground. I already got a bolt shot posterity, which is fun, and a trusty. I forget what my role is on that, but they have the new origin trait, so that's cool. Anyway, that is the TWAB. The dungeon is tomorrow. That should be exciting. Bungie is really good at making dungeons, so even if you are not jazzed about this season, my guess is that this is going to be a cool dungeon. We already know the rewards look very cool, so I don't know. Get excited about that as much as you are able to get excited about anything in Destiny now. This is probably going to be one of the better things that debuts this season, so look forward to that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.